What's up? I'm Patrick and welcome to SW Reacts. Today I'm reacting to Une vie from the CLAIR OBSCUR Expedition 33 soundtrack. This was requested by Paul, Fatalistic Viking. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. He wrote that this song is part of a trilogy. Each song being 11 minutes, adding up to 33, and that the song name is actually a French painting term meaning light and dark, which is also a big theme to the game in several different ways. I have already reacted to a few songs from this soundtrack in the full orchestral session, I think it was called, and I love the music. Also, all of you told me in the comments that the game is so great and that I absolutely have to play it. I haven't yet, maybe I will have a look at it, but first I'm really excited to check out more of the music because I really loved the songs I've heard so far. You also told me like there's a lot of music for this game. I think Paul also wrote it in his message. Yeah, he wrote like 8 hours for this entire game, and also he the writer of the music, I think Lorient Testard, was found by the creative director Guillermo when he posted all of his works on an obscure message board that doesn't even exist anymore. It was the first time both of them ever went on that site. Yeah, it seems like something great developed out of that. And yeah, I'm excited to check this song out because, for one, it was requested by Paul. Everything has been great that Paul requested, but I've also seen that song being referenced in the comments as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. By the way, I hope I'm not sounding too annoying. I have a little cold, and like it is when men have a little cold, that means I'm suffering pretty badly. No, jokes aside, I hope it's not too annoying that I sound a bit nasal. If you want to be like Paul and support me and my channel, you can check out my Buy Me a Coffee page where you can request songs, or you can check out my Patreon where you can find some exclusive content and other things. Check it out if you're interested. Thank you very much. Before we start, please also leave a like, consider subscribing, and now let's just get into it. Interesting with the different voices. Okay. Oh. So much power in the voices. That had a lot of energy, that part. Already has so many changes. It's really cool. A little screaming in the background, or really intense singing. What's going on with the drums as well? Alright. Guitar solo. wind solo between guitar and the violin or cello. That's nice. Like rain in the background. Sounds a little bit like it. Nice. That was really epic, with a lot of different things going on, a lot of changes throughout the song, of the vibe, of the pace, of the intensity. I love the contrasts between those, really soft and mellow parts and those huge climaxes, but also then some really forward driving, energetic sections. Really cool, really diverse, the whole song. There were parts with really beautiful piano melodies, sometimes just the piano, sometimes a little supported with some strings. Then the build-ups into those more orchestral sections, which gave this soundtrack, this epic, triumphant soundtrack vibe. But in other parts, the strings weren't used with that grandeur, but more, soft and really beautiful too, with some great melodies. I think the first time it's a cello that's, I think, together with the guitar playing one of the softer parts that I found really beautiful. I think that developed into a more adventurous section again when the strings picked up pace as well from those long beautiful notes into more of a staccato rhythm, also with drums jumping in and everything getting a little more intense, but then it also drops back again into some kind of, I don't know, it almost had like a folk vibe, or even like this Middle Ages music, if you know what I mean. Also with, I think, the acoustic guitar and a cello or a violin maybe, creating this atmosphere. I hope you know what I mean. Then suddenly there's an electric guitar solo that I found really cool. It was really nice from the start. It came in, I wasn't expecting it at all, and it was really cool, but it got even better when, like, I think a violin joined in, and it was kind of a twin solo or a solo duel between those two different instruments, but that worked so well, and I don't think I've heard anything like that before. It was at some parts counterpoints to each other, but then it also got together and played some melodies together. That was really creative and a really nice thing that I have not heard before, I think. I think the drums are pretty symbolic for the whole vibe of the song, because it had this cinematic, epic percussion in some parts, and also especially for those build-up moments and some like rolls on the toms to rise everything up. But then it also had some kind of almost like rock drums sound in certain sections, and in other sections it was more like electronic drums and kind of an electronic beat, especially sometimes when in those crescendos and those climaxes, when everything swells up, the orchestration especially, and it reaches the climax. There's like a hit of I think like a programmed drum or something that's really punchy and gave a lot of impact to those climaxes. And I think what I mean by that's symbolic for the song is it mixes so many different styles, and I think you can use the drums as an example for that, because of course mainly it has this epic orchestral soundtrack feeling, but it mixes in rock elements, it mixes in electronic influences, and that keeps it so surprising and makes it so interesting. There were even parts where I couldn't even really figure out or distinguish what is really happening individually with instruments, because I think that were sometimes like electronic elements and just soundscapes with synthesizers or something, or pads that were created and gave a lot of depth. But I couldn't even figure out what's going on exactly, other than it's creating a great atmosphere. And of course, one of the most impressive things in this song are the vocals. I think it's the most prominent part of this song, because there's also so many different things going on with the vocals, from soft intimate singing to really powerful, really intense, really energetic. I think there's a female and a male voice. Maybe it's in the description who are the singers, because one is Alice Duport-Percier, who we, I think, also saw in the orchestral session, and she's also credited as a composer. And I think you told me in the comments she was involved in the composing process to like really fit everything to her voice, which obviously worked in this one. The Victor Borba is the other vocalist. So there's two voices that work together really well, that are from the beginning of the song layered in interesting ways, because they're not always singing the exact same thing, which gives it a little movement, if you know what I mean. And those harmonies and layers are also used very well to create those build-up moments. And the way they deliver, especially in those powerful moments, is really great, because there are sections where there's so much rawness in the vocals. I think especially in the male vocals that are a little less operatic or theatrical than the vocals by Alice. I don't know if I heard it right, but in one part there, I think there was also like some screaming in the background as one layer, or really raw, really intense, harsh singing. But that was also something that I didn't expect, but it also gave even more impact for that part. And just the way the voices complement each other is really well, besides the fact that they're obviously both great singers. I think there were also changes in which voice was more in the focus. That was cool too. And it just all fit really well to the music and the atmospheres of the sections in the song, because it's just like different songs put in one song, but still creating like a full picture of one song. So it feels like there are different songs in one song, but not in a way that it's like interrupted and no transition and the next song, but it's flowing in each other so seamlessly. It's really cool. The only thing I would say, and it's not that that's something really bad, but maybe it's also just me. I feel like the mixing wasn't perfect throughout the song. There were some little parts where it felt a little bit like a sensory overload, and some instruments and the electronic elements merged a little too much into each other, if you know what I mean, for my taste. But like I said, that could also well be me, and probably it even is like a deliberate choice. So it's nothing too bad, but I mentioned how I found it cool at some parts, how you couldn't really figure out what exactly is happening. In some really small parts, that was a little too far for me, but nothing really bad. Overall, I really loved the song, so thank you so much, Paul, for the request. I had a lot of fun. I think this was great. The song, once again, like the orchestral session as well, felt like a journey, which kind of makes sense because it's a game soundtrack, and that's probably a part of that. But I loved the contrasts between creating a lot of emotions, having soft, intimate parts, developing into huge climaxes with a lot of power, a lot of intensity. Overall, really cinematic, really epic, but mixed in with rock influences, electronic elements, keeping the song really diverse, having a lot of variety, a lot of different parts that gave different vibes, some more ambient sounding, some more adventurous sounding, some just really epic, with a great development throughout the song. Please let me know what other songs I should check out from this soundtrack, or if you have any other artists you would like me to react to, please also let me know. If you enjoyed this, please leave a like, consider subscribing, and thank you very much for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.